Ladies and gentlemen, this next piece is almost a world premiere. We played it last Sunday, but this is again for chamber orchestra. This is a special for us. We have a young lady in Tucson who is a graduate of our program. She's a straight bass player originally, but she also is a composer, has a master's degree in composition and music. And she felt quite compelled to commemorate something that happened here in Tucson, a rather great tragedy on January 8th of 2011 when there was a shooting. And there were 6 people who died. And there were a number of people injured, including one of our representatives, Gabrielle Giffords, who was shot in the head and had a very serious and very prolonged recovery towards functionality as a human being. And our young composer friend felt that something needed to be done to commemorate both circumstances, both the death and the rebuilding. And she is not here tonight because her boss made her work. Musicians do work for a living, actually. And she cannot be here. However, we have someone who's going to help us with a particular part of this. I will tell you about the piece just briefly, that it's about her rebuilding. The opera is rebuilding her mental processes. And the beginning, the music is very fragmented a little bit. It's very disjunct, very, should we say, discordant kinds of sounds, as it would be in your brain when it's starting to just, misfire and fire away and get all out of whack. And then it slowly connects little bits of pieces of melodic material, one to the other. Pretty soon you feel like maybe we've gotten a little bit longer thought processes, and then we reach perhaps what is an accomplishment point, and there's almost a silence sometimes, like, wow, okay, well now what? And then it goes on, and we understand that Gabrielle Giffords, in one of her therapy situations, used what is a standard practice called music therapy, which is using music to draw someone out of their own shell, out of their own withdrawal circumstance, and out into the world of joy and happiness, if you want to call it that. At any rate, she first learned simply to count again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that was her first thing. But then she went on to use this song, which was called "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Going to Let It Shine." And she couldn't say it all to start with. She just, little light, little light, little light. And then, this little light, this little light. And then she made it up to this little light of mine. She could repeat that, and finally she got where she could actually sing the song. It's a very simple little 2-line song, but that's what brought her back into the world of the living, if you want to call it that. Now, this piece depicts that very, very graphically, very clearly. You're going to see it. We are also, in fact, commemorating the 6 people that died in that shooting situation by something called a glass harmonica. And so this is something that Mozart used once upon a time, in fact, in his own composition, which is, these happen to be wine glasses or any kind of glass that you like, filled with various amounts of fluid. And if you wet your finger and run your finger around the rim of the glass, it produces a tone. Did we hear a tone? Should we play a tone there? Isn't that cool? Okay, now, there are 6 glasses here, 1 for each of the people who did pass away, including a very young woman, Christina Taylor Green, and we have a green glass for her. This is to start the program with a commemoration and a rebuilding. This is by a young woman named Alicia Nichols.